Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming Terms Explained. Today we're talking about top decking. What? Top decking. Top decking? Yeah, that's what I said, top decking. No, I'm pretty sure it's top decking with an E. But when I watch Hearthstone streams, the chat is always saying that the player's top decking. You know what, I think that's just a Twitch chat being like childish, replacing the E with an I. It's actually top decking. Oh. Okay, so what's top decking then? Anyway, let's get this started. Let's talk about top decking. Alright, so talking about top decking is a term mostly used in card gaming, such as Magic the Gathering, Netrunner, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon TCG, and so on and so on. There are several different games that uses this. But it's grown in popularity because of an online card game made by Blizzard, which is Hearthstone. And that's probably the reason you're here if you don't know what top decking actually means. But I will explain it to you. Because this way he can't attack into my 7-5. There we go. So top decking basically means when one player is down to his or her last lives, or know that the situation on the board means a loss for that player in the next turn. In the beginning of a turn in a card game, you usually draw a card in the beginning of your turn. If this draw turns that game to a win for you, or keeps you in the game, that's a top deck. It basically means that in a very rough situation, you've drawn a card that saves you or keeps you in the game. Top decking is not only for those situations though. Top decking means that you draw a card that just helps you on that turn and is the best possible card for you that turn. But you usually don't use the word top decking for this. Top decking is saved for those moments when you're really down to your last resources, or when you know death is coming for you next turn, and then you top deck that card that saves you or wins you the game. It's also notably used in combo decks, where a player needs to draw certain parts to put a combo together. And if this combo needs one more card, drawing that card is also known as a top deck. Top decking is something that may be overused at some points. It's also something that you can't really call in games where you only... Let me explain this by saying it's mostly used for the first card drawn on a turn. If you draw more than one card, it's usually not called top decking anymore. It's that first card, and if that saves you, that's it. And the reason for this is some card games have cards that let you draw more cards. And if you do this, it's not really a top deck. You're searching for the answer for the situation, which is not the same thing as just drawing the top card and that one being, well, basically the best card possible. Believing in the heart of the cards, as some would say. Not me, though.
He knows every aspect of this game, but my grandpa put all his gaming knowledge, his whole heart, into assembling this deck. I have to believe that it holds some secret strategy. This card is useless.
The most famous top decking situation in any card gaming that I know of is probably back in 2006 on Pro Tour Honolulu for Magic the Gathering, where Craig Jones is in the semi-finals against Oliver Rule, a French player, I believe. And Oliver is attacking with all his creatures almost. He's keeping 2 at home, I believe. There's a video here somewhere that you can see that. And he's pushing his opponent down to, or Craig Jones down to 3 life. At this point, the commentators are arguing, should Jones just burn one of his opponent's creatures to stay in the game longer? Or should he burn his opponent's face? One is actually arguing for the creature kill, one is arguing you just go face and you hope for the best. So Craig Jones does this, of course. He places a burn spell into his opponent's face, putting him down to 3 life, and his opponent says, slam the top card. Jones takes the top card, puts it in his palm, slams the table, and it's a lightning helix that deals 3 damage to his opponent, winning him the game. And the crowd goes crazy, the commentators go crazy, the people around the coverage people are going crazy, and it's just one of the best top decking moments recorded that I've ever seen. But sadly, he did not win the finals, though.
He's looking at the top.
So.
All right, Char. Char, you. I like the play. The crowd is
Come
into
on,
it.
Dak.
What
Come
is
on,
on
Dak.
top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my God! Oh my God! Greg Jones is through to the finals! Oh my God! Oh, he collapses. Greg Jones.
So nobody really knows where
top
top decking comes from. If you check the internet, well, most people will say that Magic the Gathering started the top decking trend, but nobody really knows if it started before that with other games, board games, card games, maybe even Texas Hold'em. Though the reason you would not believe this is because the cards drawn in Texas Hold'em already have names for themselves, so that doesn't seem reasonable, but it might have been used in board games that used cards, but I don't remember. There are probably board games from then, of course, that use cards and card engines, but Magic is probably the first where you just built a deck and played a deck against another deck, making it top decking. So, but nobody really knows. But if it is from Magic the Gathering, it's probably started somewhere on the West Coast in the 90s, where Magic was first released, because it was mostly found on the West Coast when it started out. It was not really found in the rest of the states until later on, where it grew in popularity and became a much bigger game. So yeah, West Coast of the United States. Whoever started the trend, good job.